So here they are in all their glory. The 2014 SJ Pour Challenge beers from the UK. Awesome. Really looking forward to getting into these. And, oh yeah, Harry sent me one more. Isn't that awesome? Trailblazing Pale Ale, Jagged Pioneer. Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everybody. How the hell are ya? So as you can see, I've begun getting SJ Pour Challenge beers in. These are from the UK, and Harry Brew sent me one extra. So really looking forward to the rest of them coming in so I can box them up and send half of them up to Dan Smith and get these things evaluated. That's going to be phenomenal. Yeah, a couple weeks ago I had a chance to meet up with Technician Brewery. We met up, had lunch downtown Oslo, me, him, and his wife, and we did a beer exchange. So I don't think I showed you, but he gave me a beer called his Thirsty Thursday. There's a recipe for it up on 17 Brew Crew, so go ahead and tune into that. Just search for Thirsty Thursday. Well, there's probably going to be quite a few mentions of Thirsty Thursday on there, but it's a Thirsty Thursday Ale, and I think it was brewed up with a couple Australian pale ale kits and some extra DME and some extra adjuncts. I did post a review of it up on the 17 Brew Crew site. Yeah, so that's up there. He also gave me his Real Viking Ale. I think it's 7.3%. I don't know if it's an IPA or just a strong ale, but definitely looking forward to getting into this and giving it a whirl. Bottled 10th of August. So yeah, really looking forward to that. Thanks a lot. But it doesn't stop there. He also gave me a apple cider. So this is my second apple cider gift. So really looking forward to getting into it. I understand that if these age, they get better with age, so I'm going to go ahead and let it set for a couple months and then probably get into it after that. He also sent me, doesn't stop there, a bottle of wine that he made. So really cool. I think this is the first bottle of wine gift I've ever received by another brew tuber, so that's fantastic. I think this one is pretty young too. Just pretty young. None of the other ones are. I think the apple cider was young. So I think this one is also a little bit young, so I'll probably let this age probably closer to 6 months or so and try it with the wife then. So thanks a lot, Technician Brewery. I really truly appreciate it. And he's coming up. We're going to actually spend a weekend or at least an overnight here. We're going to do up a brew here in the Northern Rock Brewery, and yeah, just see how it goes. So really looking forward to him coming up and brewing a beer with me. Let's see, what else do I got? I've got I got this beer here. This, no clarifying agent whatsoever. It's still a little bit hazy. Still just streaming. It's been sitting out for like probably 30 minutes, and you can still see the bubbles arising in there. I overcarbonated it by accident, but it's okay. It's, as I would expect, still maintaining a pretty good cap. Don't have to swish it around at all. But this is the hop mystery, the mystery hop beer. So this is the hops that I grew in my own garden. Have no idea what variety they were from, and yeah, just brewed up a beer with them. It was an all extract beer, so all I did was take light DME, brewed up, I think it was a 2-gallon batch, put in 2 ounces of hops, one at 15 minutes and then the other one at flame out, steeped them for about 15-20 minutes, put it into a fermenter, let it set in the fermenter for probably 3 weeks. I used half a package of USO5, and this is what I got. Really quick, just a hop, just a really sort of a hop experiment to try and evaluate what this hop will deliver. Now, I want to say a big thanks and shout out to Brewing with Bill for hosting that Google Hangout the other night. We had a lot of good times where we were talking about a lot of different brewing type things. I remember there was a question that came up about what was or what would be the effects of over pitching. And I know that people were talking about pitching fresh wort onto old yeast cakes and then having good fermentation come out that way. And my response to that is that it would probably produce, if you're doing over pitching, it might produce some off flavors like apple, green apple. But that's changed. I've changed my response on that because, well, I was drunk. That was probably bullshit, and I don't remember much that night. Sorry to say, I'm very embarrassed about some of the things that I think I had said on there. Yeah, let's get back to addressing this. For this, when I first tasted it, coming out of the keg, I bottled up a couple bottles to give to my colleague. And when I tasted it, when I smelt it, I swear I was getting butterscotch. So it was like diacetyl. And now, it's been probably another week since then. I get the sense that diacetyl is there still, but it's much less than what it was initially. Now I'm getting, and it's kind of strange, but it's strawberry. I'm getting tons of strawberry off it. I smell in it, and it's just like if I opened up my strawberry jam out of the fridge and gave it a whiff. And that's what I'm getting right here. So I'm pretty pleased with that, actually. You never really know what you're going to get, and this was a big surprise. Strawberry. So I'm going to go ahead, I've got about probably another couple liters left. I used half a keg thing in order to carb it up. And so I'm going to probably leave this for at least another 5-6 weeks. Just leave it in the keg, let it age, and see how it evolves. I want to see how those hops sort of meld with the beer. But yeah, that's it. Cheers. What else is going on? Competition beers. The coconut porter is not for the challenge, but for the competition here coming up in another week and a half. The coconut porter is doing really good. I put the coconut in there just a couple days ago. I got a little bit of footage of me doing up the coconut in the oven. So let me go ahead and show you that here now. My toasted coconut, this is starting to brown a little bit. That's good. Brown on the edges. Alright, so here's my toasted coconut. See, it's got really nice sort of yellow tint to it now. Some of the pieces are really sort of almond sort of flakes. So, yeah. I'll go ahead and I'll just start spooning this stuff into my bag, which then will go into the keg. Alright, so here's the keg that I put in here. That's the coconut porter. So I'm going to go ahead and just release the gas, and basically I'm going to open this up and then stick in the coconut bag. Now we did sort of transfer this under CO2 so it's not oxygenate when it was going into the keg, but it's going to get some oxygen just here on the top of it while we're doing this here now, but hopefully that's the only exposure it's going to get to air. There we go. Let's put this in some sanitizer. And then there is some air in the bag, of course, in between the coconut. So I have to make this as thin as possible to fit in here. It's quite interesting. And I'm just going to do this really slowly so as to let all of the the coconut absorb the beer, so as to limit the amount of oxygen that goes into the actual beer itself. So I just sort of let it drop in there slowly. Of course, you can see the bubbles and everything from Star San. You know, it had already been fully sanitized. So, yep. So there it is. Just sort of let it float on top, and it will sink. I'm not worried about it because I have a large spoon that I can go in and get it with in about 5 days. So let's go ahead, put the top back on. Alright. There we go. So that's it. It's in the keg. Everything's doing really well. Carved up. And just going to let it sort of meld together for the next week and a half. And then serve it. It's basically a repeat of my 2014 SJ Pour Challenge beer. Which I still have half a keg of and is drinking really, really well. The two beers I will be bringing in the competition. The other one is a coconut IPA, the Coconut IPA, and that one is currently cold crashing. So it's been cold crashing for about 2 days, and I'm going to go ahead and siphon that off into a keg, get some coconut in there, carb that up, and it's going to be fresh, fresh, fresh for the competition. So hoping that turns out. Beyond that, still got a lot of beer. My fermenters I got 2 of them with stuff in it, just the coconut IPAs, but everything else is empty. Haven't brewed anything since a while ago. Don't know when I'm going to be brewing again until at least when Technician Brewery comes up. So, I don't know. I'm really itching to get that Centennial Smash beer done again. But I just can't say when. So yeah, that's all for me. Oh, if you haven't noticed, there's a new video, a new In the Brew House video up on brewtubers.com. Speaking with Gary Fortin, main brew guy. The man. So go ahead, check it out. I had a great time talking to him. Really insightful, intelligent guy, and yeah, just really looking forward to seeing more from Gary and what's going on with his homebrew activities. Beyond that, when it comes, I also want to say another shout out to Brewing with Bill. He's written a book. It's been published. If you haven't checked it out, go ahead, check out his video talking about his book. But also more relevant to actually what's going on inside this community is a book that he wants to write that will be published about homebrew recipes. So he's asking for everybody in the homebrewing community to submit a recipe, 1 or 2 recipes, whatever they can, to him for what we've brewed. So what have you brewed that you really like? And I think he wants extract versions as well. So go ahead, check out his video. I'll put a link to it down here, and give it a listen and contribute. It's all about the community contributing, and then I think everybody who contributes a recipe will probably get their name mentioned in the book. So he's already been proven to be published once. I'm sure he's going to be able to do it again. So good luck with that, Bill. I really look forward to seeing this endeavor go to fruition. So yeah, good luck with that. Great initiative. It's inspiring. So that's it. That's all that's going on here. That's the sort of forecast. Looking kind of cloudy. Chance of rain. And that's it. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a hell of a week and have a better weekend. Cheers.